Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining the channel. Hope you're all well. So today's video is going to be a little different. I'm not doing a repair today. I'm going to get outside and get some fresh air. And as soon as I bring the camera out, it starts to rain again. So I can't win. But anyways, this tub here came from a friend of the family. The story is they wanted to get rid of this junk out of their basement. They wanted to throw it away. They asked if I wanted it. I said, sure, bring it over. There's some vintage stuff in here I just couldn't bear to see go into the landfill or into the e-waste scrap. So let's go look through it and see what there is and see if we can find anything good. Now I already went through it and got rid of most of the garbage, but just so that just wanted to show you guys a few things here. Now what do we got? There's a bunch of toys. I don't know what this is. This is something. It's written in German. German or Swedish? Don't care about that. Here's a remote for a cable box, but the cable box is already in scrapped. Yeah, there was some stuff in this box that I already scrapped. There was a car stereo from a Chrysler product. There was a couple of cable converter boxes, that kind of stuff. So I got no use for that. It went to the garbage. But I'm looking here. So look at this thing. This is a realistic catalog number 21575. Standing wave bridge and field strength indicator. Paid $16.95 for it. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, nothing. We have some bulbs, some very old matches, just some spare parts. That's all it is. I never looked in here. I thought it was a meter. Silicone grease. Look at that. I wonder if that's still good. They used to give these in the Heath kit when you're building something. They'd throw one of these in. And some bulbs. What's this thing? A little screwdriver. Okay, that's kind of uninteresting for you guys. I thought there was a meter in there, but I'm wrong. Let's see what else we got in our goodie box. Oh baby, look at this. This is an SBE Sidebander 2 on a mobile rack. Looks complete. This is a nice radio. The single sideband radios were quite desirable. SBE was a good brand too, I think. I don't know. The reason I'm wearing gloves is this stuff, I went through it the first time, there was some mouse turds in it, and this thing all reeks with nicotine glaze. See, it's all black and dirty. So yeah, this had a rack that slid in on the vehicle. It looks like a key. This is a locking mechanism with a little key. But that's going to all get thrown away because there's the other part's not here. But that is a nice radio. I don't know if any of you guys are into CBs or were. I know when I was a kid, I had a CB license and had a radio. Prep this better instead of wasting your time. So this thing here looks to me super scanner. This thing here looks like a rotating thing for a base station antenna. Got a little power wall wart, and then it has 4 wires that goes to that kind of plug, and I'm guessing these 4 wires control the rotor on the mast of the antenna. Looks like they have lights here or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different positions. Don't know what that is. You can see the nicotine glaze all over it. It's all kind of yellow and brown. I don't know if that's got any value behind it. Certainly doesn't if it doesn't have a rotor. There's some garbage here in the bottom. What is this thing? This is interesting. Looks like a cassette. And it's got a little circuit board inside it. Uh-oh. Drop the battery and the cover's over there. I'll get the cover. This is like a head demagnetizer. It's got a little oscillator circuit built in, and then it's got a coil up front here. That is cool. I've never seen that before. It runs off a little battery. This battery's garbage, but put a little battery in there. How do you turn it on? I guess when you put the tape in and hit the head comes up, that's when it turns on. That's cool. I've never seen that before. Do not use. Demag. Wow. Here's an old relic. Johnson Messenger 123A. Oh, that's crusty. 23 channel CB radio. With an S meter. It's got a really sluggish action on that switch. Got the mic. Not the best of shape, but it's there. Power in. Antenna. That's all you need. And then it has an output for external speaker. Wow. I have an old Johnson CB radio, but it's a tube CB radio, and I was thinking of selling it. I want to get rid of it because I just can't hang on to this stuff. Even this stuff here, I'm not going to hang on to. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to probably refurbish some of it and sell it, or maybe just sell it as is. Maybe you guys let me know what would be best. Let's see what else is in the tickle trunk here. I think you're starting to see a theme. Here's an S meter, 3-range power modulation SWR tester from Radio Shack. Goes up to 500 watts, 550 and 500. It's the watt meter. And this is your modulation, I believe. And then this would be your standing wave ratio meter. And it probably has a capacitor in there to adjust it. Oh, it's got an inline thing for your coax. So that goes to your transmitter, and that goes to your antenna. So it's a fairly nice unit. I don't know if that's worth any bucks. Probably works. It's just filthy. It needs to be cleaned. So that's interesting. I guess you're starting to see a theme here now. Okay. One more thing that's going to come out. It's a big one. Some other stuff in the bottom here. It's just trinkets, and let me see if I can get this one out. Oh my god, this thing's heavy. This is a SBE Console 2 base station radio. Put it down, it's quite heavy. So yeah, base station radio. So the guy that owned all this was heavy into CBing, and you could see he had a lot of equipment, some CBs for his car, for his house. He had some fancy meters and stuff to go with it, kind of play with. It's kind of typical. This thing's filthy dirty, but I have a feeling it's all working. I don't have an antenna on it, but let's plug it in, see what it does. I'm sure it'll work. Get a cord here. Plug this in. Turn it on. So you got audio gain in the center, RF gain on the outside, power switch, meter switch. So you got RF power or S meter, calibrate or SWR, channel selector, 23 channels. Switches need cleaning. This says squelch and clarifier. Not sure what clarifier does. The pots seem okay. They're not that scratchy. And then we have in the center here, we have AM, upper sideband, lower sideband. No antenna, obviously, but you get the message. So that's interesting. I'd like to do a restoration on this. This would be cool. I think it needs a good cleanup and clean the switches, make sure it's all 100%, probably put all new caps in it, and then get it going, probably find it a new home. That's what I'd like to do for that. He's even got his XM number on here, XM22203. That's an earlier number. I remember my number when I was a kid. I was in my teens. I had XM22951, and this is 203, so it's a lower number. So he got his license before me. That's cool. I like that. Also, comes with a bass mic. It's heavy cast steel, cast something. It's really heavy. Seen a lot of use. Push to talk. Just needs a good cleaning. Probably has a battery that goes in here. And then you have a thing on the back for cranking up the gain. When people can't hear you, you turn it up and you start yelling into the mic. So that's cool. That will go with that. And I think this goes with this, to tell you the truth. Let's see here, yeah, this goes in here. Okay, so I think that's correct. And then this one goes in here. So yeah, I would like to do a restoration on this. Possibly do a restoration on these two as well, because if there's any interest in this stuff, I want to see this stuff go to a new home. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm not going to throw it into e-scrap and let it go away. It's going to be, this is part of history here. This is cool stuff. Really anything, not really anything worth mentioning. Really nothing worth mentioning else in the bottom. There's a few of these. Game TV switch for an old video game. It says Radio Shack branded. There's a antenna booster, Radio Shack antenna booster, 50 megahertz to 400 megahertz. And just got, what else we got here? Here's another switch. This is for computer TV. Looks like it's brand new. Maybe not. And a cable. This cable goes those two ends, which is no good to me. Yeah. But there's one more thing I want to show you that was with this group, and I'm really excited about, and I'm going to bring it right now and show you. Alright, there it is. This is what I'm stoked about. This is a realistic DX150B communications receiver. This is just a fancy name for a shortwave radio. This, I always lusted after one of these when I was a kid. Could never afford one. Always settled for second best and never did have one of these. I was really upset that I couldn't get one of these. I really wanted this bad. This is something I really would have enjoyed using. I was heavy into DXing when I was a kid. I was into CB radios, and along with all the electronics I was doing. But I would have spent hours and hours and hours listening to shortwave, and I did actually spend hours and hours listening to shortwave when I was a kid. I had cheaper quality receivers. I used to try and boost them and fix them up, make them work better, just to try a little more performance out of them. But I always lusted after this, and it came with a speaker too, which is fantastic. So this was that person's part of the person's estate, and obviously he was into DXing as well as CB radio. So let's try this out and see if it does anything. I have a feeling it does. So let's plug it in. Where's the power switch on this thing? Right here. The audio frequency. A little sound out of the speaker. What band am I on? Let's turn it to band A. Medium wave. Antenna trim is working. RF gain. Band B, C, and D. I don't know if these other bands are working or not. Let's turn up the RF gain. Yeah, I don't hear anything. So it might need some more. Oh, hang on. Just a bunch of noise around 4 megahertz. This is all buggered up. This is disconnected and not working. The band spread, it's all punched in and broken. Switches are badly in need of cleaning. But it seems like the bands are all there. If you hold the switch just right, you can get it to work. Or maybe not. I don't know. Could be just hearing a bad noisy. Could be just a noisy transistor in there too. Seems like it's picking up on that high end. But yeah, I'm delighted with this. It's pretty filthy and it stinks. But I want to do a restoration on this one. So you guys tell me what you think about the CB stuff. Should I waste my time with it? I want to give it a new home. And should I just sell it as is, or should I clean it up, go through and do a restoration on some of the stuff, make it work 100%? This one I want to do a restoration on for sure, because I want to use this one. I want to get this going and I want to try it out. I have a feeling it's a nice radio, and I've always wanted to try one and use it, so we're going to do that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything on these bands. Get a piece of wire. Let me try wiring up an antenna. Okay, so I connected an 8-foot long chunk of wire as an antenna, long wire. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Look at this. I'm on the band D, which is from 13 to 30 megahertz, and right at 15 megahertz.
Broadcasting on internationally allocated standard carrier frequencies of 2.5, 5, 10, and 15 megahertz, providing time of day, standard time intervals, and other related information. Inquiries regarding these
It's alive.
may be directed to the National Institute of Standards and Technology, radio station WWVH, Post Office Box 417, Ikaha, Hawaii.
Hawaii. Is it 50 megahertz from Hawaii? I don't know. It drifts in and out. Times it's like noon here, so it'd be the worst conditions possible to try shortwave. It's working. If there's anything else around in the band. Something at 16 megahertz. So there is some activity. Pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a restoration on this one. I'll do a video on it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of the other stuff too. I want to hear your comments. All right, well, thanks for joining, and talk to you later. Short one, but I think it's pretty cool. Thanks.